يلا مين قبل؟ يلا لو كمليلة. هذا
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I have done nothing yet.
Don't take too long, Aegis. Don't forget that the tomb is in the crypt of the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, under the cemetery. The church isn't far from the Hôtel de Ville.
Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
Let's see. François Antoine. No, that doesn't mean anything to me, I'm afraid. Désolé, ma chère.
Goodbye, mon père.
عندك شي بعد؟
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I have done nothing yet.
Don't take too long, Aegis. Don't forget that the tomb is in the crypt of the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, under the cemetery. The church isn't far from the Hôtel de Ville.
Goodbye, mon père.
بلش فيكم واحد واحد.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Franciscus Antonius. Do these names mean anything specific to you?
François Antoine. Hold on. Of course. That's the master arquebusier who killed the beast of Gévaudan. The affair took place during the reign of Louis the Beloved, just a few leagues from the castle where I grew up. I was still a young boy, but I remember it like it was yesterday. It caused a stir all over the country.
I doubt that it has anything to do with my case.
I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that.
عندك شي بعد؟
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Goodbye.
يلا اللي بعده. انت حكيناك وانت حكيناك. لف على الأقرب ثم الأقرب. يلا.
Monseigneur,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
do the four names Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
The Franciscan order, perhaps?
Go on.
Franciscus Assisiensis, the founder of the order, and Antonius Patavinus, one of its most illustrious members. I'm sorry, Aegis, but that's all I can think of.
Monseigneur,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
goodbye.
Allez, mon pays.
اللي بعده.
I found a cane inscribed with the name Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
No, I'm sorry. Remember,
See you.
اوكي سامعين هذول.
Monsieur B. Does the name Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
We scholars have the strange habit of adopting names from antiquity. I imagine that we're actually looking for someone named Francois Antoine. But no matter how hard I think, I'm afraid it doesn't ring a bell.
Monsieur B. I have not yet found the vitriol that we need.
As I said, you will find it in my storeroom on the ground floor of the observatory.
Goodbye, Monsieur B. Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
do the names Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
No, nothing really.
Francois Antoine, maybe?
No, nothing with that name either. I'm sorry, madame. I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
The clues I found at the warehouse suggest that the gunpowder was moved to the Bastille.
Diable! You must find a way to get there and put an end to this threat.
Goodbye, Monsieur.
طيب انت ليش بروح الصالة؟
I found a cane engraved with the name Franciscus Antonius. Who could it belong to?
Let me think a moment, je vous prie. I know an Antoine Francois, a printer on Rue de la Harpe. His surname is Momolo, but he is a man of the people and a true patriot. I doubt that he ever sported a cane with his name engraved on it.
Were you present when the Estates General was dissolved?
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat. I witnessed what it cost to defy the crown. We laid bare before the king the abject misery of his subjects. It was more than he could suffer. So he had the people's representatives dispersed by means of bayonets. At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood, positively angelic compared to the machines that have swept through Paris.
Were you present when the...
So he...
Goodbye.
كنت آخر واحد.
Monsieur de Mirabeau. I found a broken cane. It says Franciscus Antonius on it. Do you know who it belongs to?
Well, I never. Yes, I know the owner. And I'm willing to bet you're looking for a certain Francois Antoine.
That's right.
Well, you'd need to look a little further east, mademoiselle. Across the Rhine for a start. Because this cane belongs, or belonged, to a certain Franz Anton Mesmer.
Mesmer, the prince of charlatans.
Good heavens, it's been a long time since I've heard his name.
It wasn't long after that when he disappeared.
He was a mystical healer who was once popular with the upper class. I myself attended several of his sessions.
The king did not look kindly on the healer's popularity within the court. This led him to appoint a commission from the Royal Academy of Sciences.
An institution to which Monsieur Bailly and I have the honor to belong. We were asked to investigate his alleged powers.
The experiments that we performed allowed us to determine that Monsieur Mesmer's activities were pure charlatanism, a conclusion that destroyed his successful career the moment it was published.
But there was something, Sylvain. A tiny flow of energy that my devices were able to measure.
My dear colleague, must I remind you again that we were never able to reproduce your observations? It was obviously a momentary failure of your equipment.
Perhaps. I'd like to be sure of it.
When and how did Monsieur Mesmer disappear?
The denunciation of his techniques was the start of a long descent into hell for Monsieur Mesmer. He was abandoned by his clients and resumed his research in virtual secrecy. I think he was hoping to perfect his so-called science and restore his reputation with the Academy.
A hope that led him to associate himself with that dastardly Cagliostro. God only knows what experiments they may have carried out. In any case, their collaboration did not last long. Monsieur Mesmer left the kingdom overnight to return to his mother country.
Why did he leave so quickly?
That is a mystery. But those who saw him that morning say it was as if he had the devil at his heels.
This is true. He left in such a hurry that he abandoned everything he owned. Furniture, belongings, and scientific equipment. And it seems that Cagliostro has inherited this treasure.
Is that so? Well, if what you say is true, that broken cane must have passed into the Count's hands.
Yes, it's likely.
This adventurer from who knows where is quite the mysterious character. And he has been very busy recently. I've been able to observe him from my apartments, making frequent visits to Rue Saint-Honoré, on the Tuileries side. I wonder what he was doing there.
What were Monsieur Mesmer's theories?
He is a proponent of a theory called animal magnetism. He claimed to be able to channel a purported universal healing fluid by passing his hands over patients and using magnets.
He also cobbled together a whole array of mad devices, each stranger than the last. Unfortunately, despite all his attempts, I don't know that he ever cured anyone.
What happened during Monsieur Mesmer's treatment sessions?
Oh, they were quite a spectacle to behold. Imagine well-born ladies afflicted with perfectly imaginary illnesses. A dimly lit room where incense has been burned to intoxicate the soul and cloud your vision. Amiable servants, half-dressed, gliding from countess to duchess to the sound of a sensual melody. And the great Mesmer, a doctor with wandering hands, presiding over the wonderful scene. Oh, you should have seen them. Those grand ladies moaning, crying, and falling into a swoon, clinging to that strange tub. Du théâtre, ma chère. Pure theater.
Monsieur de Mirabeau. What does this letter mean?
Who gave you the right to read my correspondence?
I'm curious about how you got rid of Italia. As if it burned your fingers.
To tell you the truth, you're not entirely wrong. It is a missive sent by my father, the Marquis de Mirabeau, the scoundrel who shamelessly dares to call himself the friend of man. He writes to say that he is on the brink of death, in such a desperate state that he has received extreme unction. This reprobate used his final moments on this mortal plane to send me threats yet again. He swears that he will torment me from beyond the grave.
How is that possible?
To my knowledge, he has not yet deigned to shuffle off this mortal coil. In any case, the satisfaction of knowing he is dead would not assuage my concern. This man is more persistent than the plague. He's capable of anything. He has spent his entire life persecuting his family. And I believe he is ready to spend his eternal rest continuing to do the same. I need to know what he's planning.
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. Given the circumstances, going to ask him for an explanation is out of the question. But the man who heard his final confession is here.
Monseigneur de la Fare.
Precisely. Only this confounded shaveling refuses to tell me a word of what the old dragon confided to him. He stubbornly insists on the secrecy of confession. Bon sang. Will we ever be rid of these damned superstitions? Aegis, would you be so kind as to intercede with the bishop? Perhaps you will be able to make him change his mind. Were you able to speak with Monseigneur de la Fare?
No, not yet. Goodbye, Monsieur le Cap...
نرجع نلف عليكم دام في حكي جديد. خلصنا منك. وانت
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you?
Goodbye, Monsieur.
خلصنا.
Did you find out what Cagliostro?
No. No.
Remember what Mus...
Goodbye, Monsieur.
تعال.
See you later.
مرة. هذا اللي أحكي.
What can I do for you, Regis?
Monseigneur, I would like to talk to you about your recent meeting with the Marquis de Mirabeau.
What has gotten into all of you? This has gone on long enough. I will say it one last time and pray that they will finally leave me alone. Nothing and no one will make me violate the secrecy of his confession. Have I made myself clear?
Perfectly clear, Monseigneur. Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Regis?
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix.
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I have done nothing yet.
Don't take too long. Don't forget that the church isn't...
Goodbye, Mon. Monsieur le Marquis. Goodbye.
ماريبو. روح على ماريبو اللي هو هيدا صح؟ أيوة.
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Alas, the bishop stubbornly refused to reveal anything.
Damn it. I need to know what my rogue of a father is up to. Let me think. In light of the cartload of threats he sent me, it's safe to wager that my sister and mother received similar letters. They may even have already suffered his revenge. However, my sister lives in Garce in the south of France. Unless a messenger rode 100 horses to death, she could not have received this letter. Then there is my poor mother.
If you ask me, I will go to find her.
Yes, it's very kind of you to offer. But I couldn't even tell you where she is staying.
Your own mother?
Indeed. It's a very embarrassing matter. A secret, which I beg you not to divulge.
I can be discreet. Rest assured.
Very well. You should know that my mother, the Countess of Covey, has lost everything. Truly. First her fortune, then her faculties. No matter what I tried, nothing could prevent her decline. It is said that she is now living on charity, in the most abject poverty in the slums of the Marais. If perchance your past takes you to this dreadful place, and if she still remembers who she is, perhaps you may meet her.
Find the Countess of Covert. طيب بس نشوف هذا الإيميل. وصلنا بالجورنال. طيب ما بدنا نروح. نروح باريس. فيتريول. هيدا نروح ولا هيدا؟ خلص هيدا بعدين. هاي العربان تحت. شوف الابجريد قديش بدنا. 19 و470 ناقص 12 و26 7444. طيب في عنا وين الإسانس هاي أول واحد. هذا كان بيعطينا 2000. هذا 3.5. هاي 7.5. بس هذا لحاله كافي. upgrades. هلا اوكي. فيجر اوكي. ارمر ما منعوز. ديزاين امباكت. هذا نص هذا للعشرة. طيب هلا بنروح ترافل. هلا بدنا نروح عند هيدا. نرجع اتذكر هلا شو المنطقة. ليش تركينه لحاله هداك؟ يلا هلا جينا خلص منك. شوف شو هاللوت المهم اللي تركينك انت وياه لحالك. كان صعبني. يلا اخ شو هالمنطقة هاي؟ بس هيك بيجي. طيب مو غلط. ما في شيء. شلون أنا وراه صرت؟ تعال تعال كنت هنيلة تعال. لازم نقتل هذا. فينا نعطيه هذا. ايوه مطور هون. طيب هناك ورا هيك مش في شي ورا. نطلع من برا ونفوت. واحد تاني ليش هربتوا يعني؟ شو اللي عم تعطيني كانت لفوق؟ هي اوكي يلا. لوت مين بعده لوت؟ ايوه ليدي ماكبث فرانس اللي هي فرق كبير. Let's give the better to Monsieur Lavoisier. برجع لها. طيب يلا نخلص منه واحد وين البيت. Spawn, notes in the result along the course and wait for instruction. Send me another instruct the list of the tracker, months later, other. None of us notice can approach these occurs without perishing once in the This engineer convinced him to share the secret information with us. He serves that document. طيب سؤال بالبوتيك purchase فينا نشتري هول الكوينز. أيوة 200. ولا 20. اللي عندي عبول أنا. Modules. طيب معقول. طيب يلا روح. كم الوقت؟